And now, Local 5 Sports with Leslie Spoon.
Welcome back. It's no secret Brett Favre's departure from Titletown was less than cordial. They say time heals all wounds. It's been nearly 6 years since Ted Thompson traded Favre off to New York. Following stints with the Jets and the Vikings, Favre retired for a third and final time in 2011. His return to Green Bay was only a matter of time, and number 4 says he's been ready.
In all honesty, I was probably more ready sooner than maybe everyone else was, just because I know my heart and how I feel about my career. And not long after I was retired from playing, I felt like that it was time. And now it's in stone. It's going to be done.
Favre will be inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame and have his number retired on July 18th, 2015. But he and his family will return for a game later that season to do the official unveiling of his number and name up on the wall inside Lambeau Field. Now, some of the current Packers were around to suit up with the 3-time league MVP. Here's their reaction to today's announcement.
I can't pinpoint a number, but he's definitely top 5, maybe top 3. Brett meant a lot to the people here, obviously. You know, the ending to his career, him going to Minnesota, and those things are going to stick with some people. But, I mean, he's done too much for the organization and everyone in the community. I think everyone's going to applaud him. You know, obviously, you know, you hope that, you know, he don't get booed.
I can't really speak for the fans. I would anticipate the night that it happens, it'd be a raucous crowd, and it'll be a cool game environment for us.
It was, I mean, it's inevitable. It's, you know, he's a Packer great, and he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And it was just going to take a little time to just kind of get, kind of everybody kind of forget about, you know, some of the stuff that went on. And now it's, you know, I'm glad it's happening, and you know, he deserves everything, all the honors he gets.
And the Packers are practicing as we speak. We'll have more tonight at 10 o'clock, but you can always go to our website for everything green and gold this preseason and share your Packers pictures by emailing us at shareit@wearegreenbay.com or upload to Twitter and Instagram using the hashtag Local5Sports. Now, Ted Thompson and Mike McCarthy were at today's press conference. Favre was asked if he's spoken to either of them since this return has been decided. He says he has not.
All right. Interesting. Well, it's well-deserved. I think it's a very exciting day.
I agree.
Thanks, Leslie.
And now, Local 5 Sports with Leslie Spoon.
Welcome back. The WIAA State Football Championships are underway in Madison as we speak. St. Mary Springs wrapped up their Division VI title game earlier in the afternoon, looking for their 5th gold ball against Darlington. Let's take a look at the highlights. The Ledgers undefeated headed into the championship game and have been one of the most dominating programs in the entire state. First quarter, St. Mary Springs gets on the board first with the Blake Bauer quarterback sneak. Plenty where that came from. Second quarter we go. Bauer drops back. He's going to go deep to Zach Hintz. He's going to take it 68 yards before getting knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They'd punch it in on the very next play for the 14-0 lead. Some trickery on their next possession. Bauer to Colin Ottery. Look close, tosses the hook and ladder to Mark Austin for the score. 21-0. St. Mary Springs was dominating this one early on. But Darlington would battle back to take the lead. But don't worry, Springs has Hintz and his golden leg. He hit 3 field goals on the day, including a 49-yarder that tied the state championship record. His 39-yard field goal with 4:19 to play gave the Ledgers the lead for good. St. Mary Springs holds on to win the Division VI title 37-28. And for more on the game, let's go live now to Sports Director Burke Griffin, standing by at Camp Randall Stadium. Burke.
Hey, Leslie, you know, everyone in Northeast Wisconsin saw firsthand just how dominating Springs was throughout the entire season. I mean, Omro was the only team that even gave them a ball game at 7-6. The rest of them basically blowouts down the way. They only gave up 1 touchdown in the playoffs. Now, Darlington last year beat Fondy Springs in the Final Four. That's something the Ledgers remembered, and, well, today was their day.
We don't have the kind of size they have, but we have a lot of heart. We didn't make many errors, and consequently, we got the gold ball. They don't.
I'm thinking, oh, this is what we've worked so hard for since freshman year. It's been great. Actually, for me, it's been my junior year, but we ended up getting it.
No better way to do it.
I honestly couldn't draw up a better way to win state. This is just the best. I mean, my head is just spinning. This is just the best day.
We definitely thought that we would barely make it to level 4. We never thought that we could win a state championship, but we had the heart, we had the drive to get here.
And that is 5 state championships for St. Mary's Springs after today's win over Darlington. Of course, tonight, Little Chute hits the field in Division 4. Ryan Rodig will join me coming up tonight at 10. Live at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, Burke Griffin, Local 5 Sports.
Looking forward to it. Try to stay warm. Switching gears to the pros, the Packers aren't just good at football. Some of the players took their talents to the big screen during the offseason. Clay Matthews and the offensive line making an appearance in Pitch Perfect 2. Movie trailer came out today, and it's causing quite the buzz.
When they gave us the song which they wanted us to sing, it obviously was a shock, and I think everyone will get a good laugh out of it. So that's funny, obviously, to see 300-pound-plus men singing the song of choice.
I think we have a very talented group of guys that are in it, so it was a piece of cake.
I cannot wait to see this now.
I know, it's going to be hilarious. Exciting. I think it comes out May 15th. And real quick, St. Norbert head football coach Steve Opgenorth resigned after 1 year. He went 6-4. So Dan McCarty, the defensive coordinator, has been promoted to head coach.
All right.
All right, thanks, Leslie.
Sure.
We're back with a look at weather.
And now, Local 5 Sports with Leslie Spoon.
Welcome back. It's the second and final day of the football state championships in Madison. 2 more of our local teams vying for gold balls. Early this afternoon in Division 2, Menasha matching up against Waukesha West. This is the undefeated Blue Jays' first trip to state. Second quarter, we go down a touchdown. Quarterback Tyler Johnson is going to rip off the 39-yard touchdown down the left sideline to tie the game at 14 more, where that came from him. This was a 4-point game in the fourth quarter. Blue Jays up 21-17, but Dominic Seifert picks off the pass here, takes it the other way, breaking a big tackle there, and then finding the end zone to put Menasha up 11. Waukesha West would turn it over again after the fumble. Johnson turns it into another touchdown. The 14-yard score. He ran for 129 yards and 3 touchdowns and threw for over 100 in a score. Menasha wins their first state championship, 35-17. In Division 1, Arrowhead is the 2-time defending champs in Division 1. Kimberly, the defending D2 champs, looking for their first Division 1 title. Kimberly comes out swinging right away. First drive of the game, Blair Mulholland up the middle, making defenders miss, scoring the 16-yard TD. Papermakers up 7-0. Let's go to the second quarter. Kimberly caps off a 99-yard drive with this 20-yard TD pass from Austin Weinberg to Jake Johnson, 14-0 Papermakers. Kimberly up 21-6 with less than a minute and a half, and this time Weinberger pulls it down, scores on the ground himself from 3 yards out. 28-6 at the half. And the Papermakers are up 31-6 late in the fourth quarter. For more on the games, let's go live to Camp Randall, where Sports Director Burke Griffin is standing by. Burke.
Oh, hey, Leslie, that's right. The Valley well represented here. Now, obviously, Menasha is in the Bay Conference as of this season, but for years they played in the VFA, and then even longer than that in the old Fox Valley Association. Kimberly, oh, what more can you say about those guys? I mean, that machine just keeps rolling. Division 2, Division 1, it doesn't matter where they play. The Papermakers are here to stay, as they say. I could come up with more rhymes, I think. I don't know. Anyway, the Blue Jays, let's get back to Menasha here. They were newcomers, first time ever at Camp Randall Stadium. We've seen what kind of star players they have at quarterback with, Tyler Johnson, Emmanuel Jenkins at wide receiver, Matt Rohde running the football, but it was all the rest of those other role players who made the difference in today's win.
We have a lot of experience on this team, a lot of seniors. We've been playing together for a long time, all the way through, and really helped us out there. It feels absolutely amazing. I can feel the pride that the city has for us, and I just love it.
The Menasha people are, this is big for the community. This was about Menasha tonight. This wasn't about Menasha football specifically. This was about Menasha, and I feel great about going back home with a gold ball. Silver ball just wasn't going to get it done today.
Well, and obviously everybody is going to be celebrating that victory, the very first in state football history for Menasha. Kimberly, as we mentioned, up 31-6 right now over Arrowhead late in the fourth quarter. So the Papermakers well on their way to winning back-to-back state titles last year in D2 and, of course, this year in Division 1. Football in the Valley in the Green Bay area, absolutely dominating Divisions 1 and 2. We'll hear from the Papermakers coming up tonight at 10. Leslie, back to you.
Thanks so much, Burke. How about the guys who get paid? On Sunday, we have the NFL doubleheader on Local 5. In the early game, the Bengals take on J.J. Watt and the Texans at noon. And then at 3:25, it's the Dolphins against the Broncos. So 3 out of 4 teams going down to state, taking the gold ball.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice job.
It's a pretty good job.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Leslie.
Sure.
We're back with a look at weather.